A very exciting video for you guys. This is a video that was really highly requested, or you just comment about it a lot, about my hair, about the color and everything. So I thought I would go ahead and dye my hair for you guys, and I waited for my roots to grow out and everything so I could show you the full process on how I dye my roots and how I touch up my color and everything. So if you want to see how I get this like burgundy, red, pink-ish color, I don't know, I make it myself, you'll see that in the video. But yeah, if you want to see how I dye my hair, then go ahead and keep watching. So I'm going to first start off with what dye I use, just to go ahead and get that out of the way, is the L'Oreal Techniques Excellent High Color Highlights in the shade Magenta. And I get 2 boxes of these, and I know they're red box dyes, but I haven't found anything at the professional stores that I actually like that does the same thing. What this does is that it's already red, but it also has lightener in it, so it's gonna help lift your hair and then put the red on, so you don't have to bleach it and then put red. And the reason I like that is because if you just straight up use bleach and then you go in with a red color, it looks nice at first, but once it starts to fade out, it turns this really ugly orangey, blondish, ugly color. With these or any other colors like these that have the lightener and the color in one tube, it fades out to a real like nice pretty red shade. Like it's not orangey or anything, and it still stays the color that you want, it's just lighter. So that's why I like to use these. So anyways, the difference between box dye and professional hair dye is that box dye, you never really know what you're gonna get. It has like metallic colorings in it, and it just has like ingredients that you don't want in your hair if you're gonna end up lightening it later on, because you just don't know what you're gonna get. You could get a pink dye and it could turn out mint green, you just don't know. I have used this before, so I know it does come out to the color I want, but if you do, like say you want to go red and you want to go blonde later, do not use box dye. Even this box dye is super hard to get out of your hair. That's what sucks about box dye. It's like impossible for you to go platinum blonde, and if you do end up getting there, your hair's super damaged and breaks, and it's just a bad thing. So if you are going to lighten your hair in the future, or you like to switch from blonde to brown to light colors, do not use box dye, just go to a professional. But since I know I'm going to be red for like ever, I don't really care about that because I'm not planning on lightening my hair later on. So I do use this one just because I don't have any professional ones that I like. If you do have like recommendations on professional dye that both lighten and have the red color in it, let me know, comment it down below so I can check it out. But for now, I'm going to be using this one. And so this is what the tube looks like. It's really small, that's why I ended up getting 2, just because this one is made for highlights to give in your hair. So like if you have brown hair, to give you some red highlights, but I like using it on my roots like I said. And so I use 2 of these just in case I run out. The next color I use is Professional, but I heard that you can order Pravana online, so I might try doing that. But if you want an alternative, Manic Panic from Sally's is really good. But like I said, if you're gonna lighten your hair, don't use box dye, and that's considered box dye as well. But if you are planning on staying in the red family, go ahead and use it. I love it, and it's super potent, and it doesn't last as long as the Pravana. Like it fades out a little bit more faster, but it's just up to you and what you want to use. So I used the Chroma Silks Vivids line, and the box looks like this, and it says Vivids in purple, and I use the shade Magenta. And so I always buy 2 of these. I have tried the neon one. I don't like that one as much. I like the Vivids. This is just the neon box, but the Vivids color is in here. And then I use, in the same line, the Vivids line, I use the blue shade, and it's just called Blue. And you're gonna see me mix and make my own color, just because like I said, nobody has got the color that I like to use and like the hints of color that I want. I like a more pinky red with hints of violet in it to make a more burgundy color. And I don't like really orangey red. I like more pinky toned red, if you know what I'm saying. So I'll show you guys how I mix my color, just because a lot of you do comment and say like, oh, what color do you use? And I can't just put out a name because I mix it and make my own shade, if you know what I'm saying. I usually use 2 bottles of this on my hair, and as you can see, it's pretty big. Actually, that's a lie. I use 1.5 bottles. So right now I have two bottles. I used 1.5, but if I ever need more, I just go back with pink, or if I mixed it a little too dark, I'll add some more pink. So make sure you save some pink just in case you do make it a little too dark. The developer I'm going to be using today, I have used different developers. I've used the ones from Sally's, but I heard that they kind of dilute that, so professional is the way to go. But if you can't, I mean, I've used it before, it hasn't done nothing bad to my hair, so that's that. But today I'm going to be using the Matrix one just because it's my newer one, and I'm going to be using 20 volume. Sometimes I use 30 volume, sometimes I use 20. It just depends on what I'm feeling that day. And my hair is not very grown out. If it was a lot of grow out, I would probably use a 30 just because it's a lot of hair that I have to cover, and it's a little bit less new because virgin hair dies really quickly. But if you wait too long, it won't. The roots might die quickly, but not like the mid shaft, if you know what I'm saying. So today I'm going to be using the Matrix 1 and 20 volume. I like to use this on the outer perimeter of my face and also my neck and the bottom of my arms, because when I'm doing my own hair, my dye gets all over me, and so I like to put it all over my body just because once you have this on there and you get dye on it, just leave it, and then once you wipe the Vicks off, the dye won't stain your skin. Okay guys, so this is how I have everything set up. This is like, you're in my bathroom right now. This is my sink. I have a towel that I always use, obviously. It has dye all over it. I have it spread out across my sink just because I don't want to get dye anywhere because it's gonna mess up my sink, of course. So I lay this out. Anywhere that you think that you're not gonna need to cover, you're gonna need to cover, trust me. I've learned that the hard way. So I also even have another towel on the floor right here just in case I drop any dye. And you just wanna be careful you don't splatter everything around, if you know what I'm saying, just so you don't get dye on anything. I've already gotten dye up here just because I don't cover that part, but it's kind of impossible because all of our stuff. Today I have a light here just for the sake of the video so you guys can see a little bit better because this is my bathroom. So I have all my dye right here. You want to open your dye before you start dyeing your hair because dealing with the box and gloves is pretty annoying. I have some speakers right here just because I love to listen to music while I'm dyeing my hair just because it takes forever. Then I have my developer, my phone so I can listen to music or watch YouTube videos. I have my mirror, my clips right here, only use 2. My Vicks, my mixing bowl, my comb, my brush, and my big brush. And yeah, that is everything. Here's my mirror. I'm already in a old t-shirt that I used to dye my hair. This one actually has bleach on it. And then I have some pajama pants that I don't really care about. And I'm also not wearing any makeup, if you couldn't tell in the first clip. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with the mixing. Okay guys, so this is what it looks like whenever I mix the developer with it. As you can see, it's a really bright red. You can't even tell it's really pink, but it is a pinky tone red, trust me. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take my hair down and brush it out so we could part it. Only part mine like half up, half down, just because it's easier on me. But if I was doing a client, I would do like in 4 sections just because it's easier if you're doing it on somebody else that way. But for me, I'm just gonna part it in 2 parts. So I just grab this section, and what I'll do is I'll just brush it out with my comb. As you can see, the line of demarcation is right here where my roots are. I don't like to wait too long for them to grow out just because it takes longer to do it that way. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll just take the dye, and I don't apply it to the rest of the red part. I only do it to the brown part just because I don't want to damage my hair. And so I'm just going to take that, and it's okay if it gets on your skin because we do have that protection on there. And I just do my roots. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my head and kind of fast forward it so you're not too bored. Okay guys, as you can tell, I am done with my dyeing my roots, and I left this on for about 30 minutes, or it's already been 30 minutes, so it's time to wash it off. I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like before. And yeah, so I just put it up kind of loosely so the air could still get to it because it needs oxygen to process the color. And so now I'm gonna wash it out, and I'll check back in with you guys after I'm done. Okay guys, so I washed my hair with just shampoo. I didn't condition it because we're still gonna dye it, and I wanna condition it after, not right now because it might have some effect on how the color stays. So I just shampooed it with a Color Safe shampoo, and this is what my roots look like. They turned out really, really good. If you see like a dark band right here, that's my hair. It's just because when I did used to box dye it with red dye, I lightened it, and ever since I did that, like I said, you never know what you're gonna get with box dye. I got this band around right here that just doesn't lighten, so I don't even try to lighten it anymore because I don't want to damage it. But yeah, this whole band right here in the middle of my hair, it's gonna stay dark. And usually my roots are bright, and so are my ends, but when it's dry it doesn't look as obvious, so I'm fine with it. But now I'm gonna go ahead and blow dry all of my hair so you can see it, and then we're gonna start our next dyeing process. Okay guys, so I just got done blow drying my roots in my hair so I could do the next dyeing process. But this is what it looks like dry. I really like the color. You can see that band really clearly now, the one I was talking about before, but don't mind that. That's just something I already had in my hair. It's not gonna go away, but it will blend a little bit better once I do the Pravana dye over this. So that's what we're gonna do next. I just wanted to come to my room to show you in this lighting, just because in the bathroom it wasn't really showing up like how it looks in real life, but this is exactly how it looks now. So let's get started on the second process. Okay guys, so we're gonna just do this the same exact way we did the first time. So I parted my hair the same, I put Vicks everywhere. Now we're gonna start with the dye. So I put 1 full bottle of the Pravana pink magenta color, and this is what it looks like by itself. And then I'm gonna add some blue to it, but before I do that, I do wanna say that I am only gonna use 1 for right now because on my roots I ended up only using 1 tube, so I have an extra tube. I'll probably use it on some extensions or my roots next time, but I only used 1 tube, so I thought I'm just gonna be safe and use 1 tube for this one, and then if I need more, I'll go ahead and make another batch. Okay, so I have the pink by itself. This is the same blue I always use. I haven't had to buy another one just because I only use a tiny bit of this, and I get some color I like to call like the Barney color, so it's pink with a hint of purple in it. That's what color I use, so I'll just go ahead and show you what I do. So like I said, I have the magenta shade by itself, and then I add just a tiny bit of blue. Like I'm talking about little bit, goes a long way. And then I'll mix it, and if it's not the color I want still, I'll go ahead and add more blue, but you just want to add little by little just in case. Just because you don't want to get it too dark, because then you're going to have to add more pink, and then you might run out of pink, and so yeah, it's just a bad situation. So right now I only have that much blue in it. I hope that y'all can see that. See, it's a little tiny bit and then that much pink. Now I'm going to go ahead and mix that up. So this is it all mixed up. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell in this lighting. Sometimes I even go to my room and make sure it's the perfect color. But like I said, it kind of reminds me of Barney, like the color of Barney, if y'all have ever seen that. That's what it looks like. I'm just gonna apply this to my hair, and if it needs to be a little bit darker, I'll add a little bit more blue. So yeah, I'm just gonna apply this in the same exact way that I did the other color, but this time I'm gonna apply it all over my hair, even to the ends, and hopefully this band right here will blend in a little bit more, but I don't really care. It adds kind of dimension to my hair, I like to think, and so yeah, I'm gonna get started. Okay guys, so I ended up leaving the color how it was, but I ran out of this one super fast compared to the root one, so I'm just gonna make another batch. I don't have that much hair left, so I'm just gonna try to use half of another magenta shade. But yeah, I'm just gonna use half of another magenta shade, and I'm gonna mix it to the exact same color as you saw before and finish the rest of my hair. Okay guys, I finished applying the Pravana. I don't know if you can tell the color, but it's super duper pretty. I'm not too precise with this color just because it doesn't damage your hair. It doesn't have develop or anything, so you don't have to worry about getting it on some of your already processed hair or anything. So that being said, I do like to leave this on for an hour just because it's basically just a stain for your hair. This is also what I use when I do my touch-ups and I don't want to do my roots and I just want to refresh my color. I do this all the time with the same color. It doesn't damage it. It's actually kind of like a conditioning treatment just because it has some good ingredients in there. I'm gonna show you the color over there in the room just so you can see how it looks right now. Okay guys, so this is what the color looks like in the natural daylight. I don't have this that many lights on in here, but it's so pretty. I love it. So yeah, I'm just gonna let this sit on my hair for an hour. I'm gonna do some laundry, probably edit this video, and I'll check back in with you guys when I'm about to wash it out. Okay guys, so this is my finished hair with it all dyed and everything. It's done, completely dried and everything. And yeah, it usually fades out to that really pretty nice like bright pink shade instead of like an ugly almost to the bleach color, if you know what I'm saying. And yeah, if you have any questions about my hair, just leave them in the comments down below if I missed anything, and I'll be sure to answer for you guys. I'm so sorry if this video was a little bit long. I felt like I had to give you a lot of information for some reason. But yeah, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit my face right over here to be a part of my beauty family, Brittany Raquel. And I'll have a new video up for you guys 3 to 4 days from this video, so make sure to stay tuned. And yeah, until next time guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!